have any type of lead generation to it, right? Like I can create an Excel spreadsheet that can do the same thing that a CRM can do if there's no capability to lead generation, in my opinion, right? And something that I always start off with and I love about with EXP is that, I always tell people at EXP, we do one thing really well. We sell real estate, okay? And we don't build a proprietary, CRM that's only for EXP. We don't do that, okay? So what we did based off of our model being able to save so much money without brick and mortar, right? We went out to find one of the best ones in the country and partnered with them, okay? So we get to deal with a company that's all they do every day of the week. They just try and make their CRM better, okay? So let's start getting into it. All right, so everyone can see Nancy, can you see my arrow going around?
Right on, yep.
Perfect, okay. So what I want you guys to really, really dive into, the first thing that we want to push is the agent success plan, okay? When you guys go to this and you'll click on it, that is a step-by-step program for your first month that will set you up for success with kvCore. All right? It will break it down to what you need to do week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. All right? It's phenomenal. Okay? I don't want to go into it just because I want to save our time. Okay? But I want you guys to seriously, that is number 1. That is the first thing on, if you're taking notes or anything like that, that is the number 1 note. Put as many stars as you need to around it. Okay? Then what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to look at this right here, today's summary, right? This is your holy grail, okay? If you run this the right way, all you have to do is worry about today's summary, okay? It tells you about the tasks you need to do, the calls you need to make. That's all you need to do is just worry about that, okay? Let the program do it by itself, okay? So, and this is what you'll see here. You see how there's a bunch of people on here. These are people that are on my website every single day searching for homes, right? And I love this where you get to be able to see exactly. So look at this guy, like Max Sawhill, right? I can see that he went and looked at 3 houses just 4 hours ago, right? And so I know what he's looking for. I can go out of my way to go and send him a message today, send him a listing that might just, correspond with what he's looking at already. But the cool thing is that the AI, the artificial intelligence of this program will already do that for me, okay? So if you go and click on him, you can see here, he has looked at a lot of homes in this last year. All right, so 285 homes that he's looked over the year. But what you'll see here is it breaks it down so that it knows that he's looking at an average of 3.5 to 2.5 baths, around $485,000. Okay, so anything that hits the market that is in his criteria is going to automatically be sent out to him. Okay, I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to go onto my MLS and set him up on a search. Right? It already does it for me, okay? And so the great thing about this is it does a lot of touches, and you can see here where you scroll through and you can view all the activity and all the things that the artificial intelligence has done or the campaigns have done.
Quick question.
Yep.
When you say it pulls everything, is that from a nationwide MLS or just our local MLS? What's the data it pulls from?
It pulls from your local MLS because you have an IDX feed.
Okay.
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 Through your local MLS.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. And so that's where if you want to run ads or anything like that, so you can run ads on Facebook, Instagram, even Google AdWords, and you can have them go out and reach people that are potential customers or clients in your area and bring them straight to the kvCore. Okay. All right. So the other thing that I want you guys, so first kind of looking at, we're going to look at the Smart CRM. All right. So this here is your contacts, right? This is your database. So what I want you to do, you can look at this. So we can do, we're going to look at, let's see, hashtag buyers. Okay. So a hashtag is just a digital file, right? So if you used to going through and, you'd have each file for an individual client, right? That's all that a hashtag is a digital file. Okay. So you'll see here at the bottom, I have almost 4,000 people in here, and I have over 1,000 buyers leads in my database, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of the cool things is, and I know, like for Nancy, I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, or just use you as an example. Okay.
All right.
So Nancy likes to do things very close knit, and she likes to do it, hands on, and would like to be able to send a message to a small amount of people, 5 at a time, right? Or maybe 1 at a time. Well, you gives you the capabilities of that, right? So I can sit there and look at, I'm only going to do 5. I'm going to look at 5 people at one time, and then I can sit there and click on this button to check everyone, right? And I can mass email them or mass text them, right? So we can break this down where you can take a hashtag of a file of a certain neighborhood, right? That you have people, let's say you have 20 contacts in this little neighborhood, and you want to send them saying, hey, we're going to have, our yearly garage sale that we're going to host. I want to send it to these people. You can do it that small as 5 at a time, right? Or 1 at a time. Or what I like to do, and because I am, Nancy, you are relationship based, right?
Yeah.
I am transaction based. I could care less. Okay.
That's good that we have both ends. But I have a question for you just looking at this then. When I see the last time you've called them or contacted them, there's a lot of NAs and 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Brent's all the time.
Okay.
But for me to be able to show you guys
Fair enough.
Facebook stuff and everything, I have to be in mine.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm looking to hire a buyer's agent so they can work 4,000 contacts for me that I have not been working. But when you're growing an organization that's over 6,000 people and it's growing like crazy, that's where all my attention goes.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So then what you can do here, clicking on that button again, I can sit there and mass email or mass text 100 people at a time. Okay. So when you guys look at this, you can sit there and do 3,000 text messages in 30 minutes, if that. And I can tell you it by, I have done this, okay, where you're emailing or you're texting thousands of people. Let's say you have a listing that just went live, right? When I have a listing that goes live, I can email it to 3,000 people within 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, and you want to limit that to 100 per email so it doesn't hit spam. Is that correct?
You do it by 100 at a time because you also want to make sure that you don't, they limit you so that you don't get in trouble on the mass texting laws or mass email laws, okay? And also that that's the amount that the program can handle at any given time.
Is there a button that you can push so that when you make that check mark at the top, it's grabbing 100?
Yep, right here. So let's see this one right here.
Yeah.
So I just click that now. Now it has no one.
Right.
And I click it again.
Yes.
Every single buyer lead that I have that's showing in this first 100 are going to receive this.
That's my question. So it when you click that, it cut it off itself at 100.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And then you can sit there and you'll see here. So if I mass text them, it'll also give you the heads up saying 15 of the 97 that I have. So that means that 3 of them don't have phone numbers, so I can't text them, right? Then 15 of the 97 are unsubscribed.
Okay.
So they will not receive it. Okay. And so it's just letting you know that's how many are going to go out.
Right.
So
But you
these are,
just send it anyway, right? And just know. Okay.
so for you guys, what I've done before, and it's a very effective thing. Let's say that you talk with one of your lenders and all of a sudden, we hit 3% interest rate, right? Okay, that's something that might be of value to your entire database,
Right.
So I sit there and throw out, hey, just letting everybody know, I just talked to my lender partner and there's a 3%, we just hit 3% interest. So if you have more than that and you're not looking to sell, that's fine. Let me know. I can get you in touch. So that might be a great time to refi. Or if you're looking to purchase, it's a great time to purchase as well because of 3% interest rate. Then you're sending out 3,000 text messages and you get some good responses. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. So now we're going to go to our listings, which, by the way, you can do more actions, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. Okay. There's a tremendous amount to the CRM. Okay. That I want you guys just to go in and play and just have some fun with this thing because it is intricate. Okay. So what I want to show you is that we are going to go and put one of these listings. Okay, so we're going to look at this one, $320,000 over in Sheridan, which is a small little area. So we're going to go through, and when you go through, you can say you can send this via email, or the ... means more options. This is a great thing you can see. You can boost this property. You can print a flyer. You can do it to Facebook, to Twitter, to Pinterest. But what I really want you to see is the Craigslist. Okay, so what I want you guys to see is I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to show you my hands. All right?
Yeah.
I want you guys to be able to see this, that while we're talking and I'm sitting here not doing anything, it just posted it to Craigslist for me.
So, hey, you guys, I just did this yesterday and it did that thing where, uploading image, and it just did that forever. I hit the refresh button and it finished up. So if that happens to happen to us.
Cool. So and then you'll see, and then you saw that so all you have to do at that point, you hit publish and you go back into your email and hit publish and it's done. Yep. Right?
My seller was really impressed at how quickly I got it everywhere.
Right?
It was cool.
See, guys, the thing is the capabilities of what this can do, right? I mean, look at this in a listing presentation, right? What are the ideas of you saying to someone, hey, you want your information out right away? Let me show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how I can do it, how I can make something onto Facebook, onto Twitter, onto Pinterest, onto Craigslist with it under 10 minutes right in front of you. What do you think I can do with your property if you give me a couple of days?
Drew, I've got a question. Instagram seems to be the big thing, and I didn't see Instagram on here.
So yeah, you can actually go through and on Facebook, you can share stuff on Instagram from your Facebook.
Okay.
Or what you'll do is just you'll do a digital flyer up and then put it over to Instagram.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that's the one drawback is it doesn't allow us to do straight to Instagram, okay? But what you can also do, what it does allow us to do is if you run ads, okay, so if you run ads, you can run ads on Facebook and Instagram. It will import them into kvCore once they sign up. Okay, so there is at least yes, we can't throw out to Instagram, but we can pull from Instagram. Okay. All right, so going back here. So let's see if there's anything else I want you to see. No, we're good. All right, so next thing I want you guys to see is going to be marketing autopilot. Marketing autopilot, we can go through and start a campaign. These campaigns, like I just built one yesterday, these can be so powerful. Okay. Now, if you want them to be where they're running video and they're running different third-party companies, You can do that as well, okay? So you can have it so, for example, if you create a landing page for sellers, right? You can have it so that once you get the lead for the seller, it will automatically trigger a what's called a webhook. Okay, what it is just letting kvCore lets another third-party company, like let's say a postcard company, it will send them a postcard, what looks like a handwritten postcard, right away to them, so that by the time that they get into your account, they get their information about what their home value is. The next day, they're receiving a postcard from you. Okay, and you didn't do anything for it.
Which third-party company would we associate that with?
You can look into Marketplace,
Okay.
and that would be Thanks IO.
Okay.
API handwritten postcards.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I hadn't had a chance to look into it, so now I understand the application.
So in my campaigns, what I run videos, okay, and I run them through BombBomb. Okay, I just like to do it through BombBomb instead of, you can actually do, if you go and look up how to do the advanced editor, you can actually run videos through kvCore. Okay, the only thing of why I like to do it through BombBomb is because you can track the videos, you can track the emails if they open the emails, and you can track if they open the video. So that I really like, because that's essentially, if I send it out to 100 people and 4 of them open it, I know I'm going to talk to those 4 first. Okay. So going back to autopilot, so that is where you would be building the campaigns. Okay, you'll see here how I have a bunch of different campaigns where you're looking at a 34, we're all, like anyone that's familiar with KW, a 33 touch, I built that in. Okay, but the thing is about what this thing will let you do is a 33 touch on steroids. Okay, where it will really amplify and put your business on autopilot, and all you have to worry about is your daily summary. Okay, so let's go back to it. One thing I want you guys to look at as well is that for that daily summary, if you're wanting to stay on top of it, but let's say you're busy and you're out showing houses, you got some time in between, you can always go onto our mobile app, has a dialer in it, which is huge. Okay, you set it to start dialing. It'll start dialing whatever list you want it to.
Now, when it's dialing, is it coming from my cell phone number or my smart number?
I want to say it's coming from your smart number.
Okay, because when I click through the interface and the smart number calls me and then connects me, I know that's coming from the smart number.
Which is pretty cool though, right?
Which is pretty cool, but the one from the cell phone, it just pops up and immediately says call and connects. So I'm thinking it comes from my cell phone number.
Honestly, I can tell you I'm not for sure on that one, but I want to say it's going to come from your smart number.
Okay.
Okay. But that is, so that is a cool thing though, where when it comes to those campaigns, you can build for your calls, you can have it so that in those campaigns, the program calls you and then calls the client to hook you up, right? Where you can sit there and say, in the first 72 hours, I want to call this lead twice, and they'll sit there and they'll put it evenly between that 72 hours.
Right. So what I've ended up doing was I'll pull up my, dashboard and click on calls, and then I'll go to my cell phone, use the dialer there because it's quicker and I don't have as many clicks. And that way I can still search through their contact, look at the stuff, etc. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Amen. Okay. All right. So now we'll look over to lead engine. Okay. Oh, and also, when you guys start getting really good at this, I want you to go, what you can look at too is behavioral automation, right? Where people have sat there and said to me, well, I don't like that, it'll automatically send an email or send a text and it just doesn't sound like me, right? That's cool. You can actually go into your individual leads and turn that off, or you can sit there and really put your own touch to the behavioral automation. Okay? All right. And then also even with your search alerts as well. So if you, let's say like for me, like what I'll be doing this week for all 4,000 people that you saw in there, I'll be putting in a search alert that it will automatically send them a reminder that they can search on my website if they haven't searched for X amount of days, right? So I can sit there and someone hasn't searched on my website in 6 months, I can still send them something every month just saying, hey, you can look. And it's just a constant reminder, right?
And we can set that up, how often they get that alert.
Yeah, you can all, yeah, it's a really cool thing there. All right, so let's see, number one that I want you guys to see, if you haven't imported your database, just look at right here, bulk import, you need to do so, right? Right, and then, so what I want to show you guys are IDX squeeze pages and landing pages, right? I like squeeze pages more personally myself, okay? But there's a tremendous power you guys can use to get free leads from doing this, right? So we're going to build one real quick. And the cool thing about this is I can sit there and do, okay, so we're going to do Folsom, which is a higher end place for me in this area, okay? I can sit there and search for the city of Folsom. I can see the city of Folsom, all the schools, if I want just the areas of Folsom, the neighborhoods that have the word Folsom to them, right? But we're going to do the city. Or I could sit there and draw a map, right? So then what we want to see is I want to see about single family properties. I want to do a minimum of $250,000. I don't want anything below that. It's just not worth my time, all right? I don't want to put any restrictions on bed and bath or anything like that. And then what I want to do for options, you guys can pick for me. Do we want to do just listed? Do we want to do fixer-uppers? We can do reduced homes or foreclosures.
Nancy wants horse property.
Horse property. We want horse property here?
You may not find that in Folsom.
I don't think we're going to find that in Folsom.
All right.
But you know what? Hey, let's do this. Let's do Lincoln. Let's do Lincoln and we'll do horse property. Because then I want to show you guys the exact way of how I would market this too.
That's what I would like to see, an area and then a specific, whether it's a horse or a pool or, you know, whatever. But I noticed you didn't hit single family. When we did this yesterday, we hit single family, but now you're multi-property.
Now I want multi-property, okay? So if I'm going to go for just trying to sell my listing or someone else's single listing, okay, I can make a single one of this.
Okay.
I want to go in, I want to provide the most amount of value that I can to try and get as many leads as possible.
Okay.
Where if you're doing a single one, you're still providing a lot of value, but it's providing that value to your, you know, to your seller. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And you want to be able to show that you can do that, and you want to give them examples. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right, so our source is going to be Facebook. You can do a lot of different sources, but that's for me is my biggest one that I use, right? Hashtag, again, I want them, if they're going to come in, if I get any leads, I want it to be hashtag horse property. Horse property. See that? Now for the cover photo, I want to use listings from the search results. Now, there is a thing of it's not compliant in all areas, but I've never had any issues or heard of any issues come from it, okay? You could also do it if it's just from your agency as well. I want more options, right? And then I know for Nancy, we don't want to have them sign up right away. Okay, Nancy would probably put it at 50.
No, I wouldn't. I did 10.
10. Okay. I am, if you're going to show up, you're going to give me your info. Right?
He's a meanie.
I'm with him.
Like, if you look, I'm going to give this to you. It's going to be looking good. And if you want that info, sign up. If not, get out.
Steve, what do you do? Weigh in on this debate. What do you do, Steve? How many showings? You got
Listings to leads will do it on the first one too.
Yeah, Mike and I have been using listings to leads. Scott Pierce says, should her get off the pot? Do it in a second.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm thinking I'm winning on that one, Nancy.
I think you are. I think you are.
All right. So then I want you guys to see this whole big, there we go. That was it. All right. So what you'll see for the direct link, direct link is more so if you want to go and promote this, you want to, send this in an email, okay? And then also I always do it so that I can see the finished product real quick, okay? So there you go. There's 21 properties in Lincoln that are horse properties, okay? All right, and then they still have access to a whole bunch of different stuff too. You'll see all listings in Lincoln, okay? So now we'll go back to kvCore. We'll take our short link. Our short link is always the one that is meant for Facebook, okay? And now see, Nancy has seen me do this plenty of times. Okay, so we're going to put it in here. It's fetching our preview. And Nancy, do we want this one as our, no, we don't. So guys, we just went through this. This is one of our agents out here. His name is Frank, and me and Nancy just ripped him a new one for all of his pictures because they were just not done well.
That's a good picture. They're not going to get it if they just see that picture, but the other ones are horrid.
Horrid. That one's still not even that good.
No, it's not, but.
So let's see. Okay, that one's not bad right there. Let's see.
Well, we need to get rid
so
of
that's probably the best one out of our choices.
I agree.
Okay. So now, guys, what you want to do too, we want to make sure that our copy is good, right? And it doesn't take much learning on this to get some good copy. It did take me a little bit of time to get better at this, but that's why I want you guys to play around with it. Okay. The better you get with this, the more leads that you will get. Okay, I don't want you to test it out, all right? There might be where, okay, if we do horse property, but we don't put emojis in it, we don't get near as good of conversion compared to if we put the emojis in it, right? Which actually does, the statistics show that if you put emojis into this, it will actually have a better conversion rate, okay? So we're gonna put in, let's see, just horse. No, give me all caps. There we are. Horse property. We're just throwing it right in someone's face that we're doing horse property. We're going to throw some horses in there. Horse. Okay. Learn how to type, Drew. Property in Lincoln, available now. Have you ever wanted land, or maybe just space from your neighbors? Question mark. Let me get some, see if we have any question marks in here. And why, guys, what I want to do is I'm trying to show you exactly how I build ads so that you can play on it and know how I do it and see how easy it is. No, we don't have question marks.
You did. You blew by it. Go down and go slow. Go
Down.
well. That red exclamation and question mark together.
Where's that?
Now, I don't know which direction you're going.
I was scrolling fast.
Stop.
There we are. See?
Yeah. Good job.
There we go. So it's good because I need that one for other ads.
I knew you did.
All right. Here is your chance to fall in love. Fall in love with country properties. Click below to see more. And then we hit them up with a good old down sign. We tell them about our feelings because we are feeling excited. And we post. All right, guys, so what you can do is you can take this and you can post it into, like, for example, I'm a part of, Lincoln groups, Lincoln yard sales, and I'm sure that you guys are part of these stuff too. You can post them in it, and once someone goes through and, like, if you look at that, that looks like a good ad, right? It'll get some clicks to it. Once they click on it, then they'll have to fill out the information, okay? So those are the ways of doing it for free. What I do love about Facebook is you can actually pay for the paid ads. You can get it so that once they click on the ad, it auto-populates their information.
Nice.
And it's a really great way of getting leads. Okay. So now going back.
I have a question. It's kind of on that screen, if I may ask. When you picked the Facebook cover photo, if I would have used listings just from my company, but that still the search would have still been for all of the MLS.
Yeah, 100%.
But if I wanted, and the reason I'm asking is, okay, maybe somebody else might get mad, but somebody from my own company probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I could grab the whole MLS as far as a parameter, but hone into just my company for the Facebook cover?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, exactly that. Okay. So, and then what you guys will see here, see what Nancy was talking about. So this was a multi-property, right? Then there's a single property squeeze page. There's also seller squeeze page, okay? Which is just another way of being able to try and get leads, right? So we do Facebook, seller, Lincoln. That's our hashtag. Area is Lincoln, California. And it is seriously just as simple as that. Go through, you can see what we're looking at. And that's what would pop up. Once they click on the ad, right, they'd be able to put in their address and get the estimate. Okay, this is the stuff that I was telling you guys about, where you can have it so that your hashtag from kvCore of seller Lincoln, right? You could set it up on a campaign that you have that would auto-populate and send out those postcards if you'd like to. Okay, so that if a lead ever came in off of one of these ads, it immediately send them a postcard too. It immediately starts the rapport.
Oh, nice. Okay, and only if they've clicked or raised their hand. So
they raise their hand, they see yours, and then it also gives you the property address. So if you want to drop by, you can. Okay.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's gold, man. Right there. That's money.
I'm telling you guys, this program is a money-making machine.
Yeah.
If you just learn how to use it, it will make you money. It's not even a question. It's a guarantee.
I believe it.
All right. So yeah, now we'll go back. Let's see. So then what you guys want to also see in there too is going to be your marketplace. It has, so kvCore has all of these things that you can add into your kvCore account, right? So if you, I would love for you guys to go and play around. Like there's stuff like if anyone uses MailChimp.
How much is the postcard thing? Do you use that?
I don't use it in mine, but I do know the price on it. It is 99 cents for per card if you're not on a monthly subscription. If you're on a monthly subscription, it's $50 a month and 50 cents a card. Okay, so if you send, essentially, if you're going to send more than 100 cards a month, it is worth doing the monthly subscription. If you're not, it's not worth, then just set it up so it's just 99 cents each. Okay, so that's where, I mean, it's, especially for the guys that have been with KW, how you've been, it's been pounded into your head of how important the 33 touch is, right? And that is one of the aspects of a 33 touch that are still good to do. But should you sit there and actually spend your time writing a handwritten letter to 1,000 people? Probably not.
Yeah, I do handwritten cards from people that show up at open houses and blah, blah, blah. Does it do that type of stuff too?
It can. You put in their information as long as you have their address to send it to.
Right.
As long as you have that, you plug in the information and go.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I'm telling you guys, this is an amazing program. I have never seen a CRM that has these capabilities. And the more that I get to know and more that I learn about this thing, it just impresses me that way. Okay, it is seriously and if you guys sit there and campaigns are what take the most amount of time, but if you sit there and take a bunch of time at the very front, it will automate everything for you. And then all you have to do is your daily summary. It'll tell you how many tasks you want to do, how many calls you're supposed to do, right? You can get it so that you can sit there and go and do ads and go spend money on your ads, right? But then you can go and get your lender to match exactly what you spend, right? And then you can give them access. They would have their own kvCore account that's for lenders. They would have access to all your guys' leads. They would be able to help you where you can lean on them to make some of the calls too. Okay? It's just the things that you can do with this. And if like, let's say you guys don't want to learn how to do web hooks where it can send videos for you, you can just have it be a task reminder, right? So in case you want to send a personalized video to someone, right? And you want to put that in your campaign, in your 33 touch. Well, you can sit there and put that in and it'll just sit you and remind you. So now you know, okay, out of my 20 calls that I have to make today, I also have 3 videos I need to send as well. It'll sit there and remind you on it. All you have to do is your daily summary.
Okay, so it pops up that I need to call somebody, but I had already called them through my cell phone. Is there a way to make that little call thing disappear, or do I just hit snooze?
You can snooze it, or you just go in and hit the call and log a call, and it just gives you the ability to sit there and say either connected, not home, or bad number.
Okay, because it always wants to dial it for me when I do that.
So you want to just click out of it and just click onto the actual lead itself.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to log the call.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the other question I have is, I have my own website domain, and I haven't, and I'm on week 3 of the, the kvCore training. It still hasn't addressed any website stuff.
So like for like forwarding?
Well, so that's my question. Am I going to have to take anybody that goes to my site and just forward them to the EXP site?
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like,
Okay.
look, so for me, like I have it here. Mine is drewsellshomes.com.
Right.
So you click enter on drewsellshomes.com. It immediately goes to my kvCore website.
Okay.
Because that's what I really want to get across to you guys too, is that this is such a high-powered CRM that there is no need for, how many of us have sat there and you're in 2 or 3 different CRMs, right? How often are we in, we go and pay for all this extra, these shiny things that we're like, okay, well, no, this one's going to really improve my business. No, this one's really going to add business to my business, right? We don't need to do it anymore. We have one of the most high-powered CRMs in the country at our disposal for $50 a month, right? Where can you beat that?
Can't.
So any other questions that you guys have? Because I think, I think that's all I got for you guys.
Drew, I have a quick question. If somebody ever left the company, then where do all these leads go?
Well, if they left, then you just want to download. Well, technically, it just stays in. It stays in kvCore, but then you would export. See what you can do here on your smart CRM.
Yes.
You can go click on the more action. Wait 1 second. There you go. More action. Export contacts. Okay. But that's what I also wanted you guys to see here too. Last thing that I want to show you. You see how you can go and do 100 at a time. I can look up, let's say I just went and built a new campaign that I'm really excited about, right? I can go sit there and do 100 at a time, click on them, and I can sit there and add them to a campaign. So I just finished a campaign, right? I'm really excited about it. I can go and find that specific group that I want and put them on that campaign.
And what type of campaign, if you can give us an example, would that be something that you're really excited about? What does that campaign look like that would appeal to everybody?
I'd be like, so for me, I can go and sign these people up. Now they're on, everyone, all 100 of those people, the buyer leads that I haven't touched in a while. Now I just started them on my 33 touch.
And that 33 touch is something you built out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, I think Steve, were you talking? Wait, I can't. Steve, you've been trying to talk. I can't hear you.
He might be.
He's unmuted, or I am. Unmute.
I've been thinking about a FSBO campaign. So I want to create, I've started working on a FSBO campaign.
Oh yeah, and the cool thing about FSBOs too, so if you look at the marketplace and we start looking at those thanks IO, right?
Yeah.
When you go to add it, it has a pre-done, so FSBO campaign.
Oh, sweet.
Right? So you can add the capabilities of what you can add on to this, man. I mean, it's insane. It's just insane. Like $50 a month for us just to get this CRM is insane by itself, right? And then if you want to go and spend a little bit extra money, I would, if you're Mike, if you're looking to do FSBO campaigns, obviously it's hard to find, to get their information, their phone number, let's say, but it's sure as hell easy to get their address, right? So let's say you're sitting there, you're sending them something, one thing a week for the first, for 2 months, right? It cost you $8 per FSBO because it's $1 it's $1 a thing.
Oh.
I'll spend $8 on the chance of getting a listing.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, I have another question because this is being recorded, so we may be sharing it with a agent that is not with a broker that offers this.
Mhm.
So, but it is available to any agent at any brokerage. So how would that work if they were with another brokerage and they're excited, they've seen this video and they want to implement this?
So yeah, hey, anyone can go and get kvCore, right? All it is I think it's $600 or $700 a month. And also it's one of those things that, you know, you can learn how to do this, or you can pay someone how to build ads for you and everything like that. And, you know, your base start is $600 or $700 a month, or through EXP, it's $50 a month. So,
and we get you.
And you get me. I build for a lot of people, you know, for our people in our organization, I help people out and I build ads and everything. If you're not a part of ours, I charge you about $500 for the initial ad, and it's $250 per ad or per campaign thereafter, right? So, or I'll do it for you for free because you're part of our group.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. So, and then Steve, I still can't hear you.
He's talking to someone else.
Okay.
Yeah. He had some business he had to take care of, so he just muted himself.
Got it. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? Mike, anything?
No, sir. Appreciate the time, Drew. That was awesome.
All right. So, hey, and then Nancy's got my info. You know, Nancy, feel free to share it with your tribe, and anyone that you guys need some information, just let me know.
Yeah, Mike and Steve are like way ahead of me on this type of stuff. They've had some great success with this. Is it Lion's Desk you guys are using mostly, Mike?
Lion Desk, yeah. You know, I've spent the last 2 weeks going through the kvCore training, watching the videos over and redoing stuff as I'm watching the video, and that has helped me immensely.
I know. It's insane with that learning portal, what you can learn. That's all I did to get really good at this.
Right.
I just watched all the videos.
Yep. And then I go back over them and review and best practices and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I made my first landing page yesterday. I want to make my squeeze page today.
There you go. And the cool thing about this too is that you're going to be able to save money if you'd like, because most likely you're going to be able to get rid of Lion Desk. You don't need to have an extra CRM when this can do as much as it can.
Well, and that's what I've been working on this morning some, is going through my clients and looking at notes that didn't import into kvCore and
there you go.
Putting notes in and all the hot clients, etc. So yeah, as soon as I probably have another month, I'm going to guess, with my $25 a month with Lion Desk, and then I'll be fully transitioned.
Yep. And hey, who doesn't like saving money every month?
Heck yeah.
Mike, didn't you say that you've already got some leads from kvCore as soon as you reported stuff over, that boom, 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 you got leads? How was that working out?
Well, so I paid the $60 for a property boost as soon as my kvCore got activated. And I had a listing before I even imported my database. Before I even connected my Facebook.
That is awesome.
And leads started coming in. I connect my Facebook. I think I got about 94 leads in 1 week.
Oh, God.
And out of that, I got 2 buyers that are active. One's pre-approved. The other one's may have just fallen off because he couldn't get pre-approved. He needed his girlfriend, and then I haven't heard from him. But then I have another one who's looking to buy in the spring. So 3 good leads out of $60, you know, and a bunch others. I just got day before yesterday, I got a notice from kvCore saying, hey, this lady just favorited this property.
There you go.
So called her, sent her a text, haven't heard back from her, but she didn't even count as an active lead, you know, she's just getting the auto stuff and she's starting to search, and, you know, so she's a potential lead too now. But I'm thrilled. It's definitely Lion Desk times 10 on steroids.
Right?
It is. It's so good. I love it.
So yeah, so guys, if you need anything from me, please reach out. Okay, guys?
I'm ditching my Zillow, actually. I just went through this morning, looked at my return on investment with Zillow, and I was just like, wow, it ain't happening. I can, you know, with that little $60, I haven't even done landing page, squeeze page, you know. Yeah, I'm all about it. So
Perfect. I love to hear it, guys.
Mike, are you making us lunch?
you want salad? I have salmon salad.
I hear you chopping, dude.
Hey,
All right.
if it gets delivered to California, I'm in.
Yeah.
Salmon salad. He's a California guy.
So I got this cedar plank salmon recipe.
Oh, you're killing me.
And it is incredible. So I made a whole piece of salmon the other night and chopped it up and put it on my salad yesterday and was like, holy cow. So yeah, I got 2 more days of cedar plank salmon salad. So I have a whole extra serving. If you'd like to come over, Nancy, you're welcome.
That sounds good. Mike is our health nut. He inspires us all to try to eat a little healthier.
Hey, I love it. I love it. All right, guys, I got to get out of here.
Thank you. Thank you, Drew.
Thanks so much,
Thank you,
Drew.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Have a good day.
Man.